Hello, this is Jason Matthews. I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and today I'm going to give you another extremely good reason why police should not wear body cameras. And this is based on my decades of experience in law enforcement. Now, I must say, you're probably going to like this reason more than the other reasons I've given in other videos. And it's funny because many people on this channel who watch my videos accuse me of being pro-police, and others accuse me of being anti-police. And somehow they equate that. If I think that police should not be wearing body cameras, that I'm somehow part of the gang of police, the thin blue line, which I don't care about at all. I'm retired, I don't care, and I did not care when I was working. It's a job. There's no gang out there that's universal throughout the United States of law enforcement. Now, are there corrupt police? Yeah, of course there are, like I've said in other videos, but that's a very slim minority based on the hundreds of thousands, almost 1 million law enforcement officers who are very culturally diverse, very politically diverse. They have different opinions on many police policies and procedures. And when you watch the news like you do, when you watch YouTube videos that shock you, who are the worst of the worst, the news puts out the worst of the worst. YouTube puts out the worst of the worst to shock you, and they promote those videos to you. So you'll keep watching, and they keep making money. You're watching the 1%. And it gives you a biased outlook on the police. Can you fix the 1% of corrupt police? I'm going to say no, you cannot. It's impossible. There's been policing going on throughout the ages in all different societies in all different countries. You can't completely eliminate corruption. It's not possible. It's a pipe dream if you think you can. With the diversity of law enforcement out there, for example, me, I'm a libertarian. And I was a libertarian throughout the entire time I was in the military and law enforcement. And it's been decades. Now, you may find that funny or strange that I'm a libertarian, but really, no, it's not. Because as a libertarian, the government still has to exist, just limited government. And policing and military are two very valid functions of the U.S. government from the Constitution. And as a matter of fact, the vice presidential candidate this year of the Libertarian Party is a law enforcement officer, or was a law enforcement officer. He's also retired. And I don't agree with him on one point, and that is qualified immunity. I believe police should have qualified immunity. He believes they should not. It's just a difference of opinion. Law enforcement officers throughout the United States agree and disagree on many, many things. It's not a gang. There's no common ideals. It's a job. Just like your burger flipping job at McDonald's, it's a job. You're there to do a job. The point of this channel is twofold, which I haven't said in the past, but people make assumptions. And I see in the comment sections some very ignorant comments making complete assumptions about what I'm saying. So when you have your break from McDonald's and you're commenting, and I'm seeing some of these comments that my moderators bring to my attention, I can't even understand what you're saying half the time. I'm not saying that you have to talk in grammatically correct sentences, but some of the comments, I cannot even understand what you're saying half of the time. It's like it's another language. And then some of you go off into conspiracy theories, which that's fine, you can have your opinion. So when you take your break from McDonald's and you go outside, you take your bib off from cooking and flipping hamburgers, and you're smoking your cigarette, and you're commenting in your illiterate, biased, incoherent speech that you use, it just shows how little you know about law enforcement, yet you have an opinion. My opinion is based on decades of experience. The point of this channel, one of the points of this channel, is to inform you, based on my personal decades of experience, what's happening in law enforcement. In my experience, what I personally saw. Did I see everything? Do I know every law enforcement officer out there? Did I talk to the almost 1 million law enforcement officers employed in the United States? No, I did not. But my experience is a lot more than the public out there. So based on that, I saw trends and norms. So when you write to me down in the comments and you say, you don't want body cameras because you're trying to hide something. First of all, I'm retired. I don't give a crap. It doesn't affect me at all. I'm not even in the United States. I travel in retirement. Has zero effect on me except when I am in the United States. It could possibly have an effect on me. But what I'm about to talk about very much could have an effect on you if you're in the United States. And that is, police should not be wearing body cameras because of your privacy, your personal privacy. Do you want to be filmed by a government agency? All of you people who are conspiracy theorists out there, do you want footage of you, video footage of you being contained in government databases? Do you want to be filmed in your daily activities? If you are stopped for example, speeding, do you want that out in the public? Do you want your employer to see that at McDonald's? Do you want your McDonald's manager to see that and your fellow employees? Especially if you are violating the laws. It humiliates you and others. And if you don't care, I'm sure other people do. I care. I don't want to be filmed by the police. And it's not because I'm trying to hide something like many of you say down in the comments, oh, police are trying to hide something. That's why they don't want body cameras. No. Go back to my other videos and watch, and I give you the reasons, the pluses and the minuses of body cameras. And I come to the conclusion based on the positives versus the negatives. Are there positives and negatives in this case of privacy? Yes, there are. Because a body camera could exonerate you, or if the law enforcement officer made a mistake. It happens. You made mistakes when you were flipping burgers. When you're at McDonald's flipping burgers, sometimes you make a mistake and you flip it in the air and it falls on the floor, right? Everybody makes mistakes in their job. Police are not perfect. Police are not immune to that. I made many mistakes in my job. Now, they were minor, but it does happen. Do you want your personal information out there in public? Your license plate, which is being filmed, your driver's license, which is being filmed with all your personal information on it, what the inside of your car looks like, what the inside of your house looks like, if they have a warrant, or if they have an exigent emergency where they have to run through your house. Like, for example, if they're pursuing someone who's a fleeing felon and they bust down your door to try and do something or try to hide in your house, and the police bust through your door trying to apprehend them, and all of the inside of your house, including the address on the outside of your house, gets filmed. Do you want that? Is that okay with you? That's not okay with me. And I operated most of my career without body camera, and it wasn't a problem. Body cameras are doing more damage than they're doing good, based on the other videos that I've done on this channel and what I'm telling you right now. What if you make a mistake? For example, let's say that you're done with your shift at McDonald's and you go out to your car and you take your cooking bib off and your hairnet and you go to the parking lot and your buddy's sitting in the car smoking a joint. And you're like, should I smoke it or should I not? Because it's illegal everywhere in the United States, like I've discussed in the past. Marijuana is universally illegal in the United States. So when a U.S. Marshal is driving by and you decide to take a stoke off that marijuana joint, and the U.S. Marshal driving by with his window down smells it, or the DEA agent or whatever it is, and they stop you and you get in trouble and they're filming with their body camera, do you want that out in the public? That poor decision that you made? People's lives can be ruined because of police body camera footage. Just because you made a mistake, a wrong decision in that moment, you could be in a very vulnerable situation. You could be crying because you made a mistake. You could be held up to public ridicule because of that mistake that you made. Your family could watch that. Your kids could watch that. That's public record forever. That could affect your future employment if you want to move on above McDonald's. Let's say you want to get a job as a manager at In-N-Out Burger, and they could say, man, I saw you on YouTube. I don't want to hire that person. The reality is, if you're honest with yourself, the reason why you think police body camera footage should be readily released is because you just want to watch it. Because we went thousands of years without police body camera footage. Societies around the world for thousands of years did policing and didn't have body cameras. And then let's say you were in that compromising situation. Let's say that you get killed. Let's say if there's a vehicle accident, you get killed in that vehicle accident and the police are investigating it because a driver was a DUI and hit you. That gets released to the public. Do you think that that's okay? I don't. I don't want my family to see that. I don't want the public to see that. Me in a very bad situation. Even if I don't die, life-threatening situation, that's the worst time of someone's life. That's a very vulnerable situation. But people don't care unless it happens to them. Just because you're curious about what happens and you want to watch it, that's not good for society just because you want to watch it. You went your whole life until recently without watching police body camera footage. You'll be okay. Is it going to change? Oh, absolutely not. It will not change. Police body camera footage will be released regardless of the consequences to police or to you. And as I've said in other videos, the camera does lie. The camera does lie. Because of the static view of that camera and what you can't see from the different angles of that camera, people make assumptions. Go watch my video about the employee at Walmart who was filmed, and there was millions of people sharing that incident and commenting on it negatively. And that person's reputation got inappropriately affected. And that's on YouTube forever. And he gets asked in public about that incident by people. Do you want your privacy violated? And as I've said in the past, really what sums it up from the police side is the body camera does not tell the whole story. If you don't know the facts of the case and you're just watching what is put in front of you, you have no idea what's happening. So I hope this explains now why this affects you and your family and your friends and everybody, and how your privacy can be violated. Do you want to give the government that kind of power to film you and to film your family if they're in compromising situations? So you see it from both sides here. It's not that the police are trying to hide something. The police know that the body camera does not tell the whole story, and people can have misconceptions about what they're seeing. We don't know what happened before the body camera got turned on. We don't know what happens after the body camera gets turned off. You cannot leave body cameras on all shift. It's not legal. You can't see behind the body camera. If an officer turns his head to the side, the body camera is not capturing that. If he sees someone off to the side that is doing something illegal, and then he later arrests that person, that's not caught on the body camera, the illegal act that they engaged in. So based on the body camera footage, you think he's arresting that person illegally because the body camera footage didn't pick it up. He didn't turn his torso to look at the person off to his side. He just turned his neck. And in the case of you, the body camera doesn't capture everything also. If the police arrive at McDonald's while you're working and they're there to arrest your coworker for cocaine, and your coworker hears the police coming in and he pulls the cocaine out of his pocket and stuffs it in your pocket, and before you have a chance to pull it out of your pocket, or maybe you're pulling it out of your pocket, that's when the police turn the corner and the body camera's on and you're seen with cocaine in your hand. Did the body camera capture your coworker putting that cocaine in your pocket to avoid arrest and to put the blame on you? No, it didn't. It looks like on body camera that you've got cocaine in your possession, but see, context matters. Context in every situation matters. The body camera does not tell the whole story. It gives a limited, partial, static view of what's happening. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Just a reminder, strict comment moderation is on. So if you use profanity or you use personal attacks, if the YouTube algorithm doesn't catch it and I never see it anyway, that's fine. If not, I've got police explorers who are moderating and deleting comments. But if you have something constructive to say and you have input on what I said and you disagree legitimately with what I said, feel free to comment. Have a great day.